Brought to you by Saturn. With 5 new models, it's just something to rethink about. Saturn.
Wow.
We launched MobLogic 1 week ago at South by Southwest, one of the biggest interactive festivals in the world. The festival was a blast. We stamped our logo all over Austin, Texas, and we got a lot of smart and interesting Web 2.0 innovators totally hammered at the MobLogic party. We were shooting the whole time, asking web superstars what we could do to make the show really resonate with them, and we'd hoped to air that show on Monday before the fest was over. But when we overnighted our tapes back to the studio, well, let's just say we'll be using UPS next time. Nonetheless, we made it through our first week, and we're pretty happy with the results. And now you get to enjoy those same South by Southwest luminaries, aged a week for flavor. What's wrong with the mainstream media?
I think the problem with the mainstream media is they're really trying to be entertainment because it's all ratings driven. Head like a hole, black as your soul.
People are kind of tired of mainstream media. I think that people need a fresh new way to look at things.
You know, I try to avoid the news because it's always so depressing.
It's just designed to scare people into, not being themselves.
They've got to go for mass appeal. They've got to go for ratings. You know, is Fox News doing news or is it doing entertainment? It's doing well.
When did they get so awful?
In 2000 when they redesigned and put the bobbleheads on rather than actual journalists. CNN International is not bad, but I live in New Jersey.
I'd rather die than give you control.
We're actually owned by CBS.
Good.
Give me some advice so that we don't fuck it up like everybody fucks everything up.
It may not be so bad these days because more and more companies are getting it.
Traditionally, the news and the mainstream media presents information as though it's objective, kind of like, as a matter of fact, this is the news and it's the way that it is. And it seems like it's really more of a subjective thing.
What we have that maybe network TV doesn't have is we want to be accessible. And the accessible nature of what our genre is about is really our secret sauce, and you need to embrace that part.
What would make you watch an online news show?
Relevant topics that maybe the mainstream news doesn't cover.
I think there's probably a void in online video that takes the news seriously.
No, you can't take that away from me.
I should think of something really smart and fun to say, right?
Yes.
Well, if I were a guy, I would say get naked.
If I can't get you to watch, I'm afraid I can't get anyone to watch.
I feel like I want truth over, kind of anything else. So.
Flashy graphics packages.
News video. Wow. Pass.
I mean, it's not often we get to hear what's what from Jane and Joe America.
Something that maybe appeals to the intellect a little bit.
More celebrities, who's pregnant, who's anorexic, who's drunk.
The ability to zero in on a niche and things that people, have small groups following them, like Matt Mullenweg at WordPress.
Too often you feel like what you're seeing is very filtered or very just not real. And I love it when people like yourself or bloggers or people are just saying their personal experience and relations to the stories.
All news is biased, and so it's just a question of you need to find your bias and you need to portray that.
The only thing I need in an online news show is Lindsay Campbell. The only thing.
If you think you've become famous and you're walking around here and people are screaming your name and you're like throwing them off, you've lost, dude. You've lost, sucker.
How important do you think size is when it comes to online video?
Well, I think it's important. I don't think it's everything, though. I mean, it's about the content, really, more than anything else.
It's about the content?
It's how you fill the size.
Bow down before the one you serve. You're going to get what you deserve.
I didn't realize that you were wholesome and family-oriented. I'm probably not the show for you.
That's all right. What if we took a moment to rethink our priorities? What if we rethink power and what it means to be strong? What if we rethink beauty and what it means to truly interact? At Saturn, we chose to rethink things, starting with every car we sell. With 5 totally new models, we chose to put the environment first, developing 2 fuel-efficient hybrids. We may just be a car company, but we're rethinking what a car company can be. Just something to rethink about.